Hey y'all, it's me again, Ajane, here at Queen's Peace Palace, and I'm back with another video because something once again is heavy on my spirit, and I feel like I should put it out and talk about it because this is something that I'm actually going through, of course, always, and I feel like a lot of people go through it, but there's just I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it, or they just don't want to talk about it, or it's just a personal thing that people go through and they just don't speak on it. But I want to speak on it because I think it's important that people should know. And what we're talking about today, excuse me, guys, is the power of temptation, especially the power of temptation once you're about to elevate into your next level of life. You know what I mean? When you're elevating and you're doing what you're supposed to do in alignment with who you are and your journey. Right when before you break into that new level and you start experiencing all the things that you've been trying to manifest and trying to or not trying but putting into effect all this time, you'll notice how it's like everything from your old life, everything from your old situations, everything from your old mindsets, your old way of thinking starts coming back right as you're about to make that breaking point. You know what I mean? And I want to talk about it as more of like I see it as more of a test. You know what I mean? A lot of people might see it differently or whatever, but I think it might be just like a test. I feel like we get tested, right, with our our old baggage, our old ways of thinking, our old habits, our old people, our old situations, right before we're about to break into that new level, just to see if we're really serious about the new level, just to see if we're really ready to, move into that higher vibration, move into this higher, life in general. So a lot of people confuse that when that happens, you know what I mean? And they think it's, oh, like a sign for them to go back to what they were doing, go back to that lifestyle, go back to that mindset, go back to that person, that situation, that whatever it is. But I'm here to tell you it's not. I'm here to tell you 100% it's not. It's 100% a test. It's 100% something that you're supposed to recognize, because if you're growing and you're elevating, then you should be aware of these things by now. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you should be aware of the the tricks and the gimmicks that the universe is going to put out for you, just to test you, to see if you're ready to actually go, because you've been going through this. You know what I mean? This is a cycle. This is something you've been going through. I'm sorry, guys. But regardless, yeah, don't fall for the test. Don't go back. Don't go backwards. This whole life is about ascension. It's about elevating. It's about moving forward. It's about growing. It's about becoming a better person. So don't ever, especially when you know that you've reached a different mindset, you know you've reached a different level, you know you've reached a different energy. You can almost feel it in your soul. You know that you're about to break into that next level. Don't ever go back. Don't ever cut it off. Recognize it for what it is. You know what I mean? See if it's a conversation you have to have a conversation and then let it go. If it's a place you need to let go of, you're attached to a home or whatever, make peace with what it is and let it go. But everything is about moving forward. Nothing in life is about going backwards. And the people in your past, or if they, because sometimes there's people in your past and they come back and it happens and it works out for them. Sorry guys, hold on. I don't even know where my. Okay, that's good. Stop ringing. Sorry, guys. This is a real YouTube. I'm not doing that YouTube famous creator stuff. This is like real life. I'm not about to edit none of it. You know what I mean? I'm giving it to you raw and uncut, straight from my soul to you, because that's all I'm here for. You know what I mean? Is to deliver information. So regardless of that little interruption, don't ever go back. Life is about moving forward. Life is about elevating. Life is about becoming one with your soul, with who you are, with being authentic. You know what I mean? And the experience that you experienced in the past, those were all leading up to you finding out who you really are. That doesn't mean it's 100% who you are. That doesn't mean you need to fully identify with everything that you've been through in the past, or things that are people or places or you know what I mean, mindsets that you were working in the past aren't working now. So you not even have to, you need to recognize that and see the power in saying no. See the power in moving forward. Seeing the power in setting boundaries. Boundaries is a big one. Set those boundaries because at all levels, the people from the past are always going to come and try to get back in your life, access your energy again. But that's where the boundaries come in. You have to learn to hold your boundaries. And boundaries isn't about cutting someone off for them or da-da-da. It's about you 100%. So every time you think about it, or you might be, some people are a little resistant to set boundaries because they feel like it's going to hurt the next person's feelings or it's going to make the other person feel bad. But you have to remember, boundaries isn't about the other person. It's about you. It's about what's best for you and what's best for you moving forward and what's best for your ascension. You know what I mean? It's not what's best for your past. It's what's best for you moving forward. So, I just want to set that on you guys. You know what I mean? Be aware. Be conscious of what's going on, especially if you know, because everybody knows. That's one thing I am gonna say. You know when you about to make it to that next level. You know when you about to make it to that next breaking point, that new reality. You know what I mean? You can feel it. You can feel it in your whole being. You know what I mean? You're elevating into a new energy. So when you know you feeling that and that old shit start to pop up, block it out. No. I don't want it. I don't want it. And it might be hard, you know what I mean, for certain situations. Everybody's situation is different, you know what I mean? But what I do know is that that's not the plan. You feel me? That's not the journey. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're feeling that new feeling of new energy for a reason because you're doing new things. So don't go back to the old shit or else you're going to be stuck in that same cycle and you'll never make it out because you're still stuck in that same cycle, you know? So I just want to put that on you guys. I'm not going to make this really long just because I just wanted to set that on you and make sure people remember and think about that because that's what's really important right now. That's what's really, everything is about elevating right now, especially it's a spiritual warfare that we're going through. A lot of the shit that's going on physically in the world, from politics to craziness to this to that to that, COVID, all that. All that is, you know, it's a spiritual thing. So I just want you guys to make sure that you are aware and don't repeat those cycles. Everybody's moving into a new phase because that's what's supposed to happen. Everybody's supposed to be ascending. Everybody's supposed to be moving forward. There's no growth in going back. There's no growth in going backwards. So remember that. Remember I told you. Follow Queen's Peace Palace. Make sure you guys always like, I cannot even talk. Like, subscribe, share, all that. And yeah, I know that I love you guys. And I hope that everybody makes it and that you are strong enough to say no to the things that you know are meant for you no more. And move into that new cycle. Because I'm telling you, what that new cycle is going to bring you is better than any and everything that old cycle offers you. You know what I mean? Be open to the unknown. Don't be scared of change. Don't be scared of doing something different. Don't just go to things just because it's comfortable for you or it's familiar with you. Be okay with trying something new and not knowing how it's going to work out. You feel me? Be okay with that because that's how the beautifulest, brilliantest, craziest, amazing, miracle-ish shit happens. When you let that shit go and you allow that new energy to flow in unbothered. So I love you. Keep it safe. Stay dangerous. Be smart. And I'll see you next time with another banger.